I'm going to tell you something. You know, as someone who has had self-worth issues their whole life, um, I mean, pretty severe wounding when it comes to worthiness and all that stuff. There comes a point on this journey where you'll be shown exactly like the situations, the stories, and if you follow through, the universe will show you um, where things went wrong. I mean, from personal experience over the last year or so, the universe is, just going out with my parents, or whatever, like just being out in the world. Like it will bring attention to things. Like my parents would bring up a story about when I was babysat, very early age, and how they had to pull me out of the babysitter in the neighborhood that I was technically living in now. How they had to pull me out because the woman was also watching kids, and they just ganged up on me. um, and then my dad was telling me that scenario, and then it all flashed back. I got flashbacks of the actual scenario, and I realized that was the start of some very early on trauma. Besides the fact that, like, I guess I needed a little more extra care and attention. I was a special kid, considering. But the universe has been showing me, all these situations, and I start connecting it, and bringing these timelines into the current timeline to deal with. And I literally sat there last week and did shadow work, after doing dream interpretation, which I'd never done before. And it started to make sense. I connected all together, and I basically wrote out a whole story from beginning to now. And I realized the simple answer was that, like, I'm enough. You know, I've always been enough. But the life's trauma and life's situations have brought me to this point. Maybe people didn't know how to handle me. Maybe I was too much. That's not my problem. But I had to deal with it, right? So at the end of the day, you're a child of the universe. You're a child of God. Um, and these scenarios happen maybe to wake you up. Some people lay dormant to them forever until they die. But it all comes back down around. All the situations I've been through the last couple of years, my whole life, I'm enough. Like, that's it. You're enough. You just have to figure that out. You have to figure out where the thinking went wrong, or where it went wrong in your life. But you're enough. That's it. It's as simple as that. And then when you realize you're enough, you realize that you can have everything you want, need, and desire from God. God, that's all God wants you to know. Like, that's the thing. You are enough. You're a child of the universe. You can have whatever you want. The only thing that's holding you back is the things that happen and you were told in the past. It's deeper than that. But you gotta find it. You gotta dig deep. Just know you're enough.